Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
A15 PCA.
A-Tip454.
Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord. Link in the description below. If you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Like fan art, redesigns, original art, then Demon Artie's the artist you're going to want to follow. Be sure to check her out over on Twitter at Artie Demon. If you like what you see, also consider supporting Demon Artie over on Patreon. For only $3 a month, you get access to Patreon-only community, concept art, voting on new art, bonus sketches, and the all-important fan service. So definitely check her out over on Patreon, because supporting independent art and artists is important. We got a new Scooby-Doo trailer, and it's called Scoob because Scooby-Doos have had how many direct-to-DVD movies are there of Scooby-Doo?
There's about 30 or 40.
Millions.
Yeah.
There's millions.
Literally, it's like the Library of Congress.
Yeah, just keep going.
But
1930s on.
right off the beginning, I love the way Scooby and Shaggy look. Perfection. They look great. Just
That's cool.
As I'm glad they went with a more cartoonish look for everything.
Yes, and also like it's modern, but not taking away too much from the classic look.
And the CGI is really good in here too. They didn't cheap any corners or anything like that.
And then the rest of the cast, Velma, they all look fine. They look okay. But the best part of this whole entire trailer is just seeing a boy and his dog.
Yeah.
That's always nice. That's always gives you that warm feeling in your heart when he finds Scooby as a stray and he kind of takes him in and he gives him his collar. I love all that.
I love it with the cop wanting to know his middle and last name. It's a dog.
But he's just screwing with
Yeah, I
Wolf.
know.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And also, I feel like it almost could be a Shaggy Scooby movie and not have anyone else in it.
Remember how it was like that? A lot of the cartoons, it was just Scooby and Shaggy going
They went on
around
their own,
And Scrappy.
because they are the most popular characters.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be a little bit of the origin story about how they first got together as like the mystery squad or whatever. And then it shows them when they're older. So I'm assuming this is going to be like a one part origin, one part bigger story.
Yeah. Bigger story, yes.
And it looks like they're bringing in the Blue Falcon and Dynamite. It's so weird because they are in the world of Scooby-Doo.
But the thing about Scooby is usually they're trying to foil a plot where someone pretends to be a ghost or an alien, but they're really not. It looks like there really are aliens in this, which is weird.
Is that the Blue Falcon the bad guy? And it's someone posing as the Blue Falcon?
Might be.
Do you think... I hope Shaggy gets like a power suit and he fights.
There's always something crazy like that. You know what's really funny is I just love the fact that we have... there's going to be so many references and so many little drop things from here and there. Dude, how many face reveals from masks are we going to have? It's Old Man Johnson who owns the graveyard.
I would have got him if it was for those kids.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a montage of them revealing...
Unmasking like 50
For like a minute, that would be
funny.
They
showing like their history building up to who Mr. Ink is.
It's like, did they get paid to do this?
No,
they just go around here for...
They literally, every episode, they would show up doing something else. Like, we're going to go to the beach. Oh, and like the funniest episode was when Fred wanted to go like boating in the middle of a fog. And that's when they meet the ghost ship. And I'm like, really, Fred? You want to go? I want to go boating in the fog.
Kill myself.
When they meet up with Batman, it's so funny.
Oh yeah, then there's a celebrity meetup.
Yeah.
So you think they're gonna make fun of that too?
Probably.
Like they're gonna just run into John Cena. He just happens to be there.
Yeah, the other thing I will say is I know they gave Scooby a better sounding voice. You can understand it, but that's not the original voice. It's fine. I guess it makes sense because you have to understand him.
It's still Scooby, but it's Scooby a couple notches more understandable.
Yeah, the more human side. Yeah.
And speaking of voices, I think Velma and Daphne look great. Physically, the animation looks great on them. Their voices, they just sound like the voice cast that they got, their celebrities, and they just sound like themselves.
Yeah, at least Velma can kind of hide behind the scientist stuff, like, is the way she's talking, like, oh, it's this, like,
I think Velma was the worst one.
The Daphne.
I'm just the irritated girl.
Yeah, I'm like, you sure you're not describing my father? Okay, we get
That's
it.
a deadpan.
Yeah,
That's a bad.
Yeah,
But see, the problem with Velma's supposed to have a little bit more of like a nerdiness to her voice. Yeah, and this girl just sounds like a regular.
Yeah, she's probably the worst one.
Yeah, it's just because it didn't fit the character. No. There's nothing wrong with her voice. It's just that it doesn't sound like the voice should be coming out of Velma.
The both of them sound like they're reading.
But who's doing the voices for those people? If they're popular actors.
Yeah, I think they're not the voice actors from any of the shows.
Yeah,
just
that's probably what it is.
And they also have, not to be mean, I feel like you didn't even study the voices or even.
Yeah, it's so funny because how could you not?
Yeah, I know.
Is there anyone alive who, I don't know, has electricity, doesn't know Scooby-Doo, hasn't seen a few episodes? Because it's one of the few cartoons that has literally stayed from, the 70s?
The 60s, late 60s, early 70s, yeah.
And it's been in, every child from every generation has watched something Scooby-Doo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it's still going to be still looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to really get used to those voices.
The thing is, for me, and maybe if my nephews want to go see it, but I won't go see it.
Yeah, not on my own.
No.
I feel like I will go see this, but I'm just really gonna focus on Shaggy and Scooby. Those are the ones I want to see.
But I think the movie's gonna focus on them as well.
Yeah,
because they're the best characters. Again, no one can deny they are the Sub-Zero and Scorpion they're the two main characters.
And the best part, no Scrappy. I can't stand Scrappy.
Scrappy was okay. I think it's just easy to hate him because everyone hates him. Well, but he was irritating.
He is just irritating.
The problem is they shoehorned him in.
Because we need a new character to be in the show, and it just wasn't necessary.
Yeah, it's like when they did.
I liked. What was it? Scooby's cousin, the gray dog with the green hat.
Yeah, he was cool.
I forget what his name was, but he was fun.
I don't want to say something blood. I might have been wrong.
But I don't remember who he was. But he was like a goofier version of Scooby.
And he was like,
I think. Well, I don't know what was. I think as bad as that was, nothing's worse than the Futurama kids. Those are really bad, but that's in that ballpark where he was Scrappy.
But that's a funny story on its own because they try to make those kids bad.
But here's the problem with that. I don't like when I'm going to write an irritating character. It doesn't make them any less irritating.
No.
Yeah.
It's irritating for the audience.
You have to be that character better be charming.
That's the thing. There has to be a little bit of sweetness to him, and there just wasn't there with that.
Exactly.
But this overall, I think the animation is as perfect as you could want CGI with the classic character design.
And very clean.
And it's clean too. And it's not like they didn't try to make it super realistic looking. It literally looks like that cartoon. Character design is just brought forward.
Yes.
Yeah, and got a bigger budget. Like, hey, we're going to give you more money.
And of course, it's some stupid. Okay, we have, when they first meet when they're kids, Daphne's Wonder Woman, and Velma's, of course, has to be Supreme Court Justice.
Okay. Yeah.
They always have to do that.
They got to throw it in there. But it's cool, the Shaggy's, the
blue Falcon. Again, we're thinking of there. I guess bringing Space Ghost too. Let's get them all in here.
Right.
Yeah. His bag. How great would if it ended with if we're gonna have a Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe.
There you go.
Because there is a ton of Hanna-Barbera action cartoons where that actually
Conan and all that.
Conan murdering people. That'd be awesome.
But that's looks like a lot of fun. The voices, something I'm gonna have to get used to.
You know what's funny? I really didn't pick up on Fred's voice, but I think
he said like 2 lines. He sounded okay.
It sounded okay.
Yeah, but that little joke at the end, a little too adult. 12-year-old Scotch. Oh, it's my dad because he's just an alcoholic.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Does he hate you too? My goodness. It's just weird. It's something that should not be in Scooby-Doo.
And it kind of killed the momentum of the whole trailer.
But it's the very end, too, so it's like, I guess I'd slap the brakes, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a bad way to end it, but
that's it. We're done.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.